Hello and welcome to my glasshouse. It's the start of the new season and I remember I did a video a while back about starting off garlic in pots. Well, here they are. I've left it a bit late, but they look okay. They look a bit dry, but dry is better than wet. I've marked out an area here where I'm going to plant. I've dug holes already and put some feed in so far, some bloodfish and bone. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to mix it round and then start plopping the plants in and getting them ready. So just giving it a good mix so that it's spread around the bottom. I didn't bore you with this digging holes, I'm sure you all seen people digging holes before. But I've spaced them a foot apart in each way. Is this where I fall over? I hope not. Of the 42 cloves that I planted out, 39 survived. 2 of them didn't fire. Or germinate, sorry, got to get the terms right. 1 of them did, but then died off. It looked a bit weak, a bit weedy. But that's not too bad, so 39. I hope I haven't left it too late, but we'll see. What I'll do now is I'll put the video on pause and I'll show you a bit closer what I'm doing. Bear with me. So you can see in the bottom of the hole there, I've got about 25 grams or so of bloodfish and bone. I'm just giving it a mix around, so it's not all too concentrated in one location, and that doesn't look too bad. I'll put you on pause again. So this is the fertiliser I'm using. It's Vitex bloodfish and bone. Not advertising, just showing you what I'm using. So I'm hoping that this will do quite well. And what we'll do now is we'll unpot one of the garlic to see what the root system looks like. Now you can see it's gone a bit limp and it's looking a bit sorry for itself, but I'm hoping it'll pick up, because overwatering things is worse than having too much. You can see I've got a nice bit of root system there. So what I'll do is I'll just plop them into the holes and then I'll come back to you. Once I've done that, you can see how things are looking. Well, that's 36 of these garlic plants put out. I've got 3 left over, so wait and see what I find for those. I think I'll do them in pots, get them potted up and out of the way. I've got a few other things to prick out for some Shenshui onions that are completely ignored and left, so they're still in their initial pots, the little trays, so I'll have to get those pricked out and potted on. Is it too late for those? Have I ruined them? Quite possibly. But nature has a way of finding out. You know, plants want to grow, we just try and exploit that. So what I'll do is I'll retire to the little greenhouse with a beverage and see what I get done. Week commencing Monday 26th of February 2024. The season has officially begun for me. Cheers now. Hello and welcome to my little greenhouse where I'll be doing some pricking out, that's a general term honestly, some seed sowing and some generally just tidying around and looking at the seed potatoes that I've got. I've got Winston this year. They were a very good crop in 2020. One of the few good things that happened in that year, as I recall. I wonder what could have possibly gone wrong that year. Anyway, it's now Wednesday the 28th 28th. 28th. Wow. End of February tomorrow, 29th. It's a leap year. So, without further ado, I'll put you on pause and I'll get on with some stuff. Cheers. Well, there are my Winston seed potatoes. I got them from JBA, which is in Scotland, and they're chitting away quite nicely there in the bright sunshine. It's amazing what a bit of sunshine does. I've noticed flowers are starting to poke their heads through the soil in the garden. Yellow crocus, purple crocus and little yellow dwarf daffodils. Really lovely. The birds have been singing. I don't know if you can hear over my voice. There's a blackbird tutting around in the background there. But no, it's definitely feels like spring is about to spring. It's still cold, -1 overnight. I think the high today is supposed to be around about maybe 9 or 10, who knows. But in this little greenhouse I've had the paraffin heater on. I know, it's a fossil fuel, but bear with me, I needed a bit of warmth in here. And yeah, things are looking forward and things are looking up. So, time to get cracked on. Well, at the end of last season I planted out some kale, some cabbage, some cauliflower and some Shanshui yellow onions. Unfortunately the cabbage went all leggy and etiolated, I think is it, because there wasn't enough light. These are the remains of the brassicas with 1 or 2 onions in. Overall it's well, I've seen worse. The cabbage is winter jewel and the kale is, I think it's just dwarf green curled. And what I'll be doing is I'll be tedding these up, taking off some of the lower leaves and potting them into some 1 litre, I suppose you'd call them a rose pot, 1 litre rose pots. Get them a bit stronger, get them a bit bigger, and then plant them out in the garden. My worry is that these go to seed, because they've been, well, they do look, as I say, I've seen happier looking plants, a bit stockier looking plants, but we'll see what happens with these. And then after that I'll have to see about getting on with the onions before I even decide what I'm going to sow in the next round. Right, so I'll put you on pause and I'll come back when I've done it. Well, there we are. We've got 6 kale, which was originally sown on the 25th of September, and 2 cabbage winter jewel, which were also sown on the 25th of September. They're not too bad. What I'll do is I'll give them a good soak and then I'll stick them on top of the automatic watering machine that I've got, the Super 7, and then after that I'll just let them grow a bit stronger, keep an eye on them and get them out in the garden. Hopefully within March. It'll be quite good to get them out there, and then fingers crossed I'll be able to eat them come summer. Right, so time to potter on. Well, here are the Shanshui onions that are sowed, when was that? Again, 25th of September. Left, neglected, ignored. Well, I don't know what'll happen. I'll prick them out and see what I get. Do I bin them? Do I keep them? I'll just put them on, see what I get, who knows. Right, here we go. Well, I'll film pricking out a few more. I've done 2 trays already, so that's 30. I'll do 1 more, which will be 45, because I'm going to be doing some Bedfordshire Champion, some Ailsa Craig. See if we can get this off. If the lummox can be gentle. Got some of the roots there, can you see that? There we go. Some roots there. We'll see how it goes. This compost, I believe, is Jack's Magic from last season. dried out quite a bit because I just left it there. And I guess here dries alright. Don't want it too wet. Let's just hope that it's got plenty of nutrient in. I can see a lot of scarab flies going around. What do I call them? Compost gnats, that's it. Well, I'll put you on pause while I carry on. Don't want to bore you too much. Well, there we have it. 45 of the Shen yellow onions, which were sown on the 25th of September, and realistically should have been sown in July, I believe. Am I hopeful that they'll grow? Well, it's kind of an experiment. It seems a shame to let them go, but well, we'll see how desperately nature wants them to grow. I think what I might do is I might nip off some of the older leaves, tidy them up a bit, give them the best chance I can once they've all had a really good soak, that is. And on the other side, I found that I also had some spring onions, also sown on the 25th of September. They were I think they were the Ishikura. Were they Ishi? No, it just called spring onions. Oh, winter Lisbon? Who knows? Well. And that's them all there. They've been soaking away. I've got some pots over here. I'm going to do some leeks. And I don't know what I'm going to do with those ones. We'll see how they go. I quite like the idea with these because they've got a lid and that's their own little propagator until they come. But I'll deal with that at another time. For now, I'll let these soak and put them onto the Super 7 self-watering propagators. These ones, the onions, I'll just let soak, and then I'll keep an eye on them. Some of them had some decent roots, some of them didn't. We'll see. Well, that's it. Cheers, folks. Bye bye now.